I'm joined now by Brad Journeaux from Man United fanzine, the Republic of Mancunia. Brad, welcome.
Hello.
So, it's been an intriguing season for Man United so far. What have you made of how the campaign has gone?
Well, it's been, I'd describe it mostly as a relief on last season, which was a bit of an unknown for United fans in recent times. Um, People have been saying in the last few weeks that we don't seem to progress much since Moyes has gone. I couldn't disagree more, although points-wise, it might be similar. The way we're playing, even though, I mean, there's still a long way to go to get back to our former glory, but the way we're playing at the moment, you can see signs. It's a bit more positive. You go into games thinking we could get something out of it. I'd say it's mostly positive, I'd say, but obviously recently we had a few poor performances. Stoke, Aston Villa away, I can remember, where it was a little bit depressing. But all in all, I'd say it's kind of a work in progress and looking a bit better than it was before.
Well, obviously, the man who took over from David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, he's come under a lot of discussion this season. Some people have criticised him, saying he hasn't established an identity, and no one really knows what he's about. What do you make of those comments?
I think the criticism has been that he came in and it was he's got a lot of character. He came in with his grand statements of philosophy, which kind of impressed people at first. And obviously, as we kind of watch the games go by, and it seems to be quite a bit of tinkering, and understandable in my opinion, because he doesn't know what his best team is yet. He's still working to find that out. We have had a lot of injuries. It's never nice hearing teams blame, or managers, blame injuries, but we'd have to say that we've had quite a lot of disruption there, especially at the back. But I'd say, all in all, it's hard to describe because I'm not sure that he's necessarily stubborn in the sense that he wants to play a certain way and he won't move from it. A few times, for instance, we've played three at the back and we've switched to four at the back. He's tinkered with things, he's changed things, he's tried to improve things. So I don't think he's kind of rigid in anything that he's doing, and that's why I'm quite open-minded to the fact that we will continue to improve, and when he finds the right formula, he'll stick with it.
And then moving on to our manager, Sam Allardyce, he's obviously got West Ham playing much better than we have done in recent seasons. What have you made of everything we've been doing this year?
Well, personally, I'm a big fan of Sam Allardyce anyway. I think he's a fantastic manager, history at Bolton, West Ham. He always gets the best out of his players. I didn't quite understand why he was getting quite so much stick as he was doing in recent times or last season. It was absolutely the right decision to stick with him. And I think he's doing a really good job, and he's got a good team there. He's helped to assemble it. If I was a West Ham fan, I'd be thinking pretty positively about times ahead.
Do you think we perhaps dodged a bullet with Darren Fletcher, or has he still got a good few years to give?
Tricky one that, because we love Darren Fletcher at United. He's been a cracking player for us. This season when he's played, he hasn't looked anything like his former self. There's no question about that. And I think it's actually a good move for him going to West Brom. I think he'll get in a team there every week. I think it's a good level for him to play at. And I think he'll do pretty well. I wouldn't say you've dodged a bullet, but I'm not sure if it would have been a full success or not. I think you will probably, at this stage, be able to recruit better players. And you've already got some very good players in midfield yourself. So I think he made the right move.
Well, you look at a few of our players who have been doing well for us this season. You've got someone like Alex Song, Winston Reid in defence, Saka up front. Are there any players at West Ham at the moment you think Man United could do with in the team?
Reid's out of contract, isn't he, at the end of the season?
Yeah.
I think everyone's been linked with him. It would possibly be a very good signing. That's where we're supposedly weakest, although we've been doing quite well at the back, considering the criticism. I quite liked Valencia during the World Cup when I was watching him, although whether it be United standard for what we're trying to achieve, I'm not sure. Song's a very good midfielder. I'm surprised, actually, West Ham got him. I thought he would go to a bigger name club, if that's not insulted. But yeah, you've got some good players there, and for me, it's no surprise that you're doing as well as you are doing. And I think you'll probably finish slightly further up the table than you are currently.
Obviously, one of the teams that have beaten us this season are Man United. Back earlier in the campaign, you were 2-1 winners at Old Trafford. I think Rooney was sent off that day as well. Can you remember much of that game?
I do, yeah. It was a very tough game, one of the toughest games that we had at Old Trafford this season. It was a daft sending off for Rooney, but even before then, West Ham played really well. And we considered ourselves pretty fortunate that day to get away with the victory. I can remember a really good challenge by McNair towards the end, which prevented a certain goal. And yeah, as I say, I think we were playing quite well. It was early days under Van Gaal, but it was still a bit of a fortunate victory. We were very happy to take the points.
And then finally, Brad, the fixture back at Upton Park. What are your predictions going into that match?
I'm feeling pretty confident about this one. I don't think there'll be too much in it, but I fancy us to win the game. We've had a couple of better performances recently. I'm hoping West Ham, the form's not quite there at the moment. I think you've won 1 in the last 6, but it's tight and it really could go either way, to be honest.
Excellent. Well, thanks, Brad. Best of luck for the game, but hopefully we come out victors. No, it's great chatting to you.
We'll see. No problem. Cheers, mate.